On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 What you know about juice? Making the moves, that of low casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pan full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an otter gang with an auto flame. With a lot of hate, get above the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto, on the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 AlexOCrypto.
Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Gang. We're out here. One check. Quick. Audio check, guys. You guys got to let me know. Is the audio okay? We've been trying to set this thing up for like the last 15 minutes, and you guys got to put ones in the chat if we're okay for audio and let me know how we're doing right now. What's going on to the chat? We got Tradefly in here. Tradefly, say what
is going on, Outer Gang? How you guys doing? Hope everyone having get it.
doing the dual stream today, man. So shout out to the chat. What's going on? HFG, pop it like it's yo, gang. Let's go. Wifey's in the chat. CVO coming to you live from Sin City Crypto's studio. So it's so good to be here. What's going on? Crypto live stream. Crypto King in the chat. What's going on? Let's see some kings in the chat. The newest emoji alongside the lurker emoji. I'm sure we'll find some lurkers today. Jedi Gaze, my man, met in person. All these people I met in person, man. You guys are all way too tall for your own liking. What's going on, Moonshot, Wick's wife? Good to see you. Seymour Liddy, Rashad, William Lake, Nihilist, UK, Dusty Hump. What's going on, everybody? So we're going to do some quick TA today. Just go through some macro ideas, trade setups. You guys can see that we definitely have the stiletto pattern here on the 3 minutes. So what are we looking for? The gang trades this quite often, as we can see right here. We're always looking for the SFP and the continuation upwards, right? So you get this beautiful little V-shaped recovery, and obviously everybody here took the SFP this morning. I know you guys all did because you're all bullish and you all wanted to go to the moon. But you can see as we've trickled down here, we've really failed to get above this big, huge macro trend line, and now I'm personally looking for some sort of 3 drives in here eventually, but we can't take this possibly back into this general area here. Mind my mouse work. It is a new mouse. It's the same mouse, but it's a new screen and all of that. So we're definitely going to have to go through that. Maybe, just maybe, we'll even take a trade today on the live stream. But you can see as we've come up here, we definitely looking for this thing to possibly roll over here in the next, I don't know, couple days. We'll see what's going on. But I'm going to let Tradefly go through the charts a little bit for you guys. Do you want a fresh chart? We can give you just your fresh Bitcoin, US Coinbase, no writing on the wall, ready to go for Tradefly. Guys, put some TFs in the chat. You guys know the emoji. You guys know the man, the myth, the legend, Tradefly. Let's go, baby.
Our fam, everyone. Nice push. not the normal, but got another support again. Different this. Like this area right. Repping the got the Tradefly swag going. You got this. As a but now you act distance. That's putting you pressure perfectly. I would like to up, but we got a really nice inverse. That now it starts all right, so you got that. Almost. It's almost.
charts, guys.
I do. I'm looking at some. I like look. I like to happens. Not gonna be perfect. Look at price action. Put that line across. I come back. How you can 5 lagging, but kind of your top. Pass it back.
That's sick. Thank you so much, Tradefly. How's the chat doing? Let's go and check out the Bitcoin price. Let's get back to this. Let's see. Are we sweeping down or what? We're looking for the sweep right now on the short-term time frames. We can pull up the scalping charts, make sure that we're all prepared here. I did do a little bit of a top-down, so we can do a top-down on Bitcoin as well to get you guys all caught up to what I'm looking at. But it's been very, very, I would say, dog crap price action, really, if we're taking a look at it. If you guys are surviving this week, you know it's Bitcoin conference week. There's typically a dump, but it's typically very sketchy because of all the news-driven data that is coming out during these times. And guys, make sure you guys are going over and following Tradefly. I know a lot of you guys are already following Tradefly, but we heard nothing. What? We got sound over here. Was he too far? Was he too far? Can you hear me? Are we okay for me? Put a 1 in the chat for me. So you were too far. Tradefly was out here. Probably. Oh, man. Oh, well, he'll gonna run back the same thing again. We're good for me. Oh, man, I got the loud voice. He'll go round 2 again. He'll go round 2. He gave you what he was looking at on the daily and refreshing that. Are we looking to take some trades, gang, or what? What you guys missed taking the trades this morning? We're below VWAP. We're looking for the SFP right now. Very slow price action. Let's take a look at market cipher. We do have money coming up right now, so this is this is what we're looking for. So we're looking for the SFP in here, right? Bounce continuation. If we get that right now, we'll take the trade, of course. For the top-down Bitcoin analysis, I'm going to go over for you quickly, just so that you can see what I'm looking at and just kind of prepare you guys for the next couple days. I am flying tomorrow, so maybe we can do a live stream recap in the evening. How many people we got on the live here right now? We got over 120 people in here. Thank you guys for jumping in, smashing up those like buttons. Can we get those likes up to the watchers? That'd be great. Make sure you guys are going over to Tradefly and subscribing to his channel as well. And as long as it sounds good, we'll keep cracking on here. Oh, we're getting an SFP as we speak, bro. All right, so we looking to take this trade or what? SFP. I want to see it close back up in here. Oh, my God. They're going to make me take a trade on the live. All right. All right. I didn't think we'd be trading. I've only taken one trade in Vegas. We won't talk about that trade. But I've only taken one trade in Vegas. Right now, we're losing this uptrending momentum right now on the high-term time frames. I'm going to keep this on the actually, I could just watch my trading screen. We're ready to trade. So if we do get the bounce back up right now, we will take the trade. Let's just make sure this kind of pushes back up in here. It is coming back into the later part of the day. Let me just check the NASDAQ quickly to see where the NASDAQ is so that we're up to, oh, big rollover here. Bart Simpson's in the house, man. Oof. I don't know if we like this. Oh, we could get inverse head and shoulders, but it's descending, so that might be a little bit of an issue here. So we'll see how this goes. If we get an SFP and we start pushing back on the NASDAQ, we can definitely look to take that trade. Going over top down right now on Bitcoin. For me right now, we had the 3 peaks that we were talking about before, but the VWAP here is looking overextended, which is bullish because anytime you see we get down to this area in here, we typically look for a pushback. And this one's a little bit deeper than the prior ones, like Tradefly was mentioning, with that sort of descending triangle that we have at the top versus the nice consolidation that he was talking about. We have more of a descending flag here, so we could look to sweep back and then push, so be aware of that. When looking at, I like to check the 3-day just in case. Yeah, 3-day confirmed red dot rolling over as well. So more room to the downside on the higher term time frames. But the 12-hour, my God, we got a trigger wave. Last time we got a trigger wave, we definitely we popped off pretty nicely. So we could be looking into Friday, a push possibly into Friday. So let's see how low we go until we push into Friday. Remember, if we are taking longs, we want confirmation of the sweep and then a push back up, right? They're clearly hunting liquidity right now, so let's be aware of that. Yeah, 8-hour rolling back down. Money flow on the 8 hours is always a big tell for me, and this is coming out pretty aggressively right now. The 4, the 3, the 2, yeah, you had your double top in here, push down here. Failure to push back in here, as we can see last evening, and now we're pushing back down. So we are looking 105.4. But we want to see, the liquidity swept out of these lows and at least tapping in. There is an order block in this area here, so we want to see that tapped as well. 1 hour, yeah, there's some hopium going into Friday. I would say that would be what I'd be looking for. I'm going to pass it back to Tradefly so that you guys can have his top-down analysis on what he was talking, and we'll get him closer to the mic for you guys.
All right, round 2, Outer Gang. Let's do this. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can. Here we go. Here we go. All right. We can actually hear me this time. I see it. I see it bouncing around. Let's go. Gang, 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 gang. All right. Here we go. So let's zoom out once again here. I gotta put a little bass in the voice. All good. All good. So coming back to this. So Alex was talking just a little bit about it, right? And what I was talking about was these last 3 hits. We're seeing an ascending level of support with each drive up, right? Drive up, ascending level of support, drive up again, ascending level of support, drive up, ascending level of support. Let's get it out of gang gang. All right. But this time looks different. And the reason it looks different is now you have a horizontal level support and you have a descending level of resistance, right? So what's happening? We had pressure pushing to the upside, pressure pushing to the upside. Now we have pressure actually pushing to the downside. So you see the green? What I'm looking at here, and I would say potentially in the near term, is a breakout retest of that area, right? This horizontal level with the pressure kind of building to the downside. That would be what I would look for a potential trade setup. Comes down, goes back up, retests the low, right? And then we could look for some bullish candle structure out of that area for a potential short. Now, in the interim, do not be surprised, all right, if you see a wick down, grabs the liquidity that's sitting here, right? You see support, support, support. Liquidity builds up. You get stop losses. You get people taking leverage long positions, and the wick comes down to grab that liquidity. Then you see it reestablishes a range. So that gets into AlexO territory, right? When you guys can look for these scalps or maybe an intraday, come back up, retest, and then ultimately see that breakout. So there's different ways to play the game, but it's about finding those key levels, and you can revolve your trading around those levels. So like right now, it looks like it's trying to hold up right now. Come down. Yeah, swing failure pattern, grabbing liquidity. Alex might need to jump in here. I see I'm getting antsy right now. He might have a trade to take for you guys, but I'm going to keep pressing until he just stiff arms me out of the way, all right? So this is going to happen. But the other thing I was looking at was the USDT dominance, all right? So USDT dominance, we have a nice level, a nice horizontal. Alex is all over it. I can see it. These are not my charts. These are Alex's charts, and I love it because we're looking at the same areas. You have a nice level of horizontal support for USDT dominance and the potential for a breakout. So there's a correlation between the two, right? No trade yet, Alex said. No trade yet. All right. But there's an inverse correlation between the two of them. If you get this breakout retest, expect to see the breakout retest for Bitcoin just in the inverse direction. So it is lining up right now. So this is a key level. Keep an eye on it, especially if you like to intraday trade. Again, it's about getting ahead of the charts. Now, last thing we're going to look at here is the total market cap. The total market cap right now. What I was basically trying to tell you is, hey, go back left on the chart. Go back left on the chart, and you want to group the price action, okay? So that's what the circles were. I'm saying, hey, up here, you had very clear support. Here, you had resistance. Here, you had support again. I take this price action, I group it up, and you can actually find this horizontal level just by looking at these three groupings of price action on the daily, right? It's a zoomed out approach. But this is how you can get ahead of the price action, right? So if you're working a 9 to 5, if you can't watch the charts every day, right? You're not, this isn't your job. You need to be able to find levels that are predictive in nature, not lagging in nature. And this is one way to do it. You come back right, and what do you see? Price action comes right up to it, and it gets an initial rejection, and then you work from there. You look for the next setup. Now, total market cap actually looking quite healthy. It actually has an ascending level of support. So keep an eye on that. There could be a breakout to the downside for the total market cap as well. 3 trillion, nice line in the sand, right? It's a psychological thing. It's also just a perfect horizontal level where you can see very clear support and resistance, right? So one thing I like to look for when you're looking for this, right? You have the support, but right here is your key. All right, why is that key? Because you see how it tried to hold up support the entire time. It retests that area ultimately before driving down, and we came back up and respected that level again. That lets you know that is a very important level, and that is, again, how you can get ahead of it. All right, so if it comes back down to 3 trillion, what are you expecting? Probably a bounce, right? And that's just one way that I like to do it in terms of intraday swing trades. Very totally different method, but it's another way to set things up for yourself. And again, I see Alex shaking his head, man. I know he wants to get a trade in for you guys. I'm going to pass it back to him. Thank you, guys. Much love. Out of gang, gang, gang. Let's get it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tradefly dropping the bombs there. Knowledge. I didn't, I see what he's getting at with splitting. I never thought about splitting the groups up. That's smart. Like I typically do it with a fixed range volume profile, but I see you, man. Look, and that called the top perfectly over there. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. And always wanting to front run price action. That's going to be key. How's the chat doing? We got some trade flies in the chat. We got some. Let's say good morning to everybody. I would say good morning to you guys all week, man. All week. Where is it? We're here. So let's drop the good mornings in here. We got OC Guy, Mark Dutch, and Seku all set. Nightcap for sure. Wick's wife, Paper Planes. So the group helps a lot. Let's go, baby. Go to Ryan's. What's going on? JRMOLJ, Crypto Princess. Not being able to let into America, but we miss you. We wish we got to meet you. Mark Dutch, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Wick's wife, Princess. Let's see some good mornings in the chat. Let's get some lurkers in the chat. Let's get it going, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Incredible. I miss you guys. Crazy. So it's very, very awesome here. It's hot. It's hot in Vegas, man. Hey, it's hot in Vegas, man. These guys are soldiers out here, man. Not good for me. My igloo would be melted in less than an hour, but you know how we roll. So let's go back to the price action here. So we got the SFP. We are pushing back up here. Very sketchy price action, guys. I'm not. So you can see how much we stalled out here. Like if we were going to take the trade, we're looking to push up into VWAP, which would be the. See, for me right now, what if I was going to take a trade, right? Why am I looking at this button? Why am I looking at this? My God, new keyboard, new everything, new life. Not a new wife, though. She's the best. Yeah, so we are looking to rotate to that high right here, VWAP at that high. So if we are looking for this long, if we do hold here, we could take that long. I just would like to see a higher low come in. So if we look like on a 15-minute time frame, we can see that we do have, this would be our significant low, but we do have this little push up into this region here. We also were talking about this yesterday, how this is a range, right? And we wanted to treat it like a range and trade it like a range. So if we're looking generally at this right now, we can see that we're going to have some resistance coming in basically at 107.5, just taking a look at that. And if we do close back within the value area low right here, we can look to rotate back up to the point of control, which is another level that we have. So just trying to take it easy right now. Be patient. This is nasty price action, right? We're getting the SFP, the perfect stiletto pattern, but because of this chop in here, I'm very hesitant to try and take a trade today. Michael Saylor is going to come out and say something today, or JD Vance the other day, or whatever, right? So be prepared for volatility. One thing I did want to touch on before we head out is we want to look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, we did give a trade set up in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, come over and hang out there. But we are looking for this thing to come over and sweep into this area down here. Ethereum got a little fake out push yesterday, and we can see that through Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance actually rolled over quite nicely and hit our alarm for the Discord. So if we can continue to roll over here, just like Tradefly was mentioning, total here has a nice ascending channel versus Bitcoin having that descending channel, right? So for us, this could be driven by a little bit of an altcoin push, okay? So we're looking for that altcoin push to continue. Otherwise, this is 3 drives, and it's very bearish, and it could result in us rotating back down. So be aware of both. It's always difficult to long the lower part of the range. You want to wait for confluence. You want to wait for confirmation that this is going to put in a higher low, and you want to take that trade. So I'll be checking the charts later on today and letting you guys know and updating you. Obviously, I'm 3 hours behind. It's 2 o'clock for you guys. It's only 10:54 for us. I've got to wrap it up, though, because I told the guys that we would send you over to Sin City Crypto today after the stream. So we're going to send you over to Sin City Crypto. I do expect you guys to go over there, throw a whole bunch of otters in the chat. And go and support those guys, because they've just given me the studio for me to use free. They're great guys over there. So I'm going to send you guys over there. I'll let Tradefly say his goodbyes now, and then we're going to get out of here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, guys, today, man. It's absolutely awesome. It's an honor to be part of the Otter Gang. I'm over in the Discord as well, so definitely come over there. Check us out, man. There's a lot of fire TA, a lot of great analysts, and just very gracious for my friend here, AlexO, man. It's a real relationship. We did some golfing yesterday, too. He whooped me. I'll put that out there for the world to know. He whooped me, all right? The man, honestly, he was putting better than a PGA Pro Tour yesterday, and it was, I didn't even know what to say. Like, he was hitting like 18, 20-footer putts. Like, it was like just, I was missing 3 foots. So, anyway, Danny 3 putts, that's 3 putts. That's what you can call me at this point. But, hey, I just want to say goodbye. Much love to all of you. I hope you have a great weekend going into it at least. So, my thing, trade safe, be safe, and I'm out.
Thank you, brother. That's my twinsy there, man. And Tradefly was crushing it. He even used my driver and hit it further than me one time. Okay.
Hey, longest drive of the day, baby.
Let's go. So it was a good time. Yeah, so guys, like, subscribe. Going to send you over to Sin City Crypto. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I will see you guys later on this evening. I'll give you guys an update. Go over to Sin City. I'm going to send you over there. God bless, and have a great rest of your day. Trade safe. Bye.
On the cover, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. AlexOCrypto, fit the party like a disco. fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. AlexOCrypto. 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 What you know about juice? Making them moves. Data flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof. A building portfolios taking well over exceptional pain. I'm chopping this game. So participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pen full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an